Yo, we got a video here today, and it's why the
Lesbians
date the fellas. Why do they decide to get some validation? Let's get straight into it.
And in the past, I've dated men for self-validation. And look, I'm not saying this is a healthy thing to do. I'm just shedding light as to why we do it. Look, guys, dating women, I mean, you've done it. It can be a damn heartbreak. It hurts. When women...
It's more just like a bit of a roller coaster, and you just have to roll with the punches, so to speak.
Date woman, it is... It's harsh, guys. It's harsh as in because there's so much feelings when women date woman that when it ends, it's like you're coming off heroin. Not that I've ever come off heroin. You know what I'm saying? So the best way to...
I mean, it makes sense, and apparently they have the highest divorce rates. So when they say phrases like, hey, if the ladies were running the world, there'd be no wars. Well, when they've been given the chance to marry each other, they're divorcing at the highest rates.
To numb the pain, not the healthiest way, is to date a man. Because men are easy. Men are simple. Men are boring. And once you're done...
Bingo, bango. End it right here. Hit the like on the way out. Even though the stability's nice, you can't just be simple. You can't be predictable, because that is quote unquote boring.
Going on a roller coaster ride like this, okay, like that with woman, all you want is some stability, some peace of mind, and someone to want you so bad and for you to just take it out on them because you don't want them.
That's crazy. Look at that laugh. I mean, she's saying that there's no malice behind this, but she's an open
lesbians
lesbos. So they don't mind doing some of the psychological mind games.
That's just what it is. If I look back, I think it's a way of taking back control, because when you really like someone and your feelings are all on the line, you get hurt, okay? So when you go and date a guy, if you're a lesbian, your feelings are not on the line. You're doing this to feel better about yourself and to get...
Replace this with online dating apps. A lot of them are just going on there to get validation, just feel better about themselves. They have no plan in leaving their apartment or no plan in doing anything. They'll just take the likes.
Gives you a sense of power back in a relationship. Obviously, we don't have intentions of dating this person long term, but it's just a way for us to feel better about ourselves until our hearts mend and we can go.
Imagine having to abuse another human being. Just feel better about yourself. Now, I'm not making excuses for anyone that does this kind of carry on, but she's putting it on the table saying, I'm just doing it for fun. Just need to feel better about myself. I'm a stink bum.
Back out to that battlefield, okay? And look, this is not something I recommend. This is not a healthy way to deal with a lesbian heartbreak, but we do it. Lesbians are doing it right now.
All of that stuff that she said up until the but, it doesn't matter. You can sugarcoat it all you want, but you do it anyway. You decide to just give in to the temptation.
We speak. And I personally have done it. I made this video because I like to make fun of myself. TikTok is about that for me. I make fun of zodiac signs. I make fun of myself. Did I say that I make fun of myself? When I made this video, I was actually making fun of myself, but also my friends who are lesbians. And
of course, you're just outing yourself, even though you said you weren't doing it maliciously. We saw the grin. We saw how much you enjoyed it. And now you're actually saying this is what some of your friends do also. Surprise, surprise.
And watching them date men, when I know they don't like men, when I know they were just in love with the woman for the last 5 years, but all of a sudden they go out and date men. It's quite the show, and it's quite entertaining, like my TikTok video.
The other thing too is that maybe they're actually missing the true other side. You know, you talk about the yin and the yang. Does it work when you've got two yins? Does it work when you got two yangs? I mean, I don't know. It depends on your orientation, I suppose.
And if you look at the comments Lesbian TikTok went crazy, guys. I'm gonna read you some, but if you want to just go to my TikTok and read yourself and watch the TikTok, then obviously you're welcome to. A lesbian replied, "They're just so easy. Considering it's right now."
They're just so, and you know what? A lot of truth to that. A lot of these,
Beta.
and some of us guys in general, just too easy. Just too easily tricked. Delilah just looks too good.
Now, even though I am a lesbian, why am I in this phase? Too loud. And a guy, right? There's always a guy who is like, take a little break. Take a little break, shorty. You really just exposed me like this. Next time, at least tag me.
And they talk about this as just a phase. And maybe it is. Maybe it's just part of the cycle. They have to go through this very destructive phase. And then at some point, someone's going to wife this up? This is going to be the mother of someone's kids? In this situation, she's decided, hey, I'm going to bat for the other team. So that's potentially off the table.
Thank goodness I'm not alone. They can scratch an itch, but not the itch. Am I right? Girl, you are right. So it's just something to do when you got nothing to do but be sad about your ex-girlfriend. And
but at this point, a lot of them can just get away with it, right? All this technology, all of these silicone toys made out of whatever. People are able to basically recreate a realistic experience.
look, this is so not fair for the men dating you. As an adult and a grown, sophisticated, moral, with integrity and values, if I were to ever do...
That's interesting, the whole moral. I love hearing morality from certain people because they pick and choose when they want to do it. They got no problem being immoral, but then they'll talk about, oh no, you got to do this, you got to be moral. Man, it's just hypocrisy everywhere. I mean, that's not a hot take, but that's what it is.
Do it again, I would tell the guy exactly why I'm with him, because you don't want to lead people on. And if you think that you can get away with it, karma has some news for you. And I know this from personal experience. When I'm playing someone, when I'm dating someone and not being completely...
Of course, this is basically just a life story, and you're saying a lot of your friends do this also. And this is just the...
Lesbians!
the lesbos. Talk about bi, and then what even just the ones in general. Just taking advantage because Chad's got him on the side burner, so she's just gonna...
Beta!
Hang around those betas, get some of that beta bucks deluxe.
Honest as far as my intentions go. It gets me, guys. It gets you, and it'll get you. It'll get you. If you do this, if you're a lesbian who is doing this or plans to do this, then the least you could do is be honest with the man that you're doing this with. So
it's all just utopia talk, right? No one actually does it, or else we wouldn't be in this predicament. If people said the things and if they actually did them, we wouldn't have any of these problems surrounding us. But a lot of people are loose with their lips and they're quite fast with their hips.
Has no false expectations of the relationship that you guys have. That's all. I hope you learned something new. Maybe you can avoid us lesbians because, we're not. This is just a coping mechanism and we use men for that. It's like...
There you go, using men for the cope. And she's saying this, you got to avoid these kind of...
Lesbians!
Look out.
You guys become our punching bags until we're done punching and we're ready to go back into hell. Just kidding. That's all I got. I hope you...
It's interesting. You're willing to emotionally, psychologically, and just waste time in general on someone. And then you're saying it's just hell with the ladies when you guys are together. I guess that's why the divorce rates are so high, right?
You guys have a merry, jolly Christmas, and I will see you guys next Friday.
But anyway, gents, we're going to leave it there. As always, thoughts, comments, but low. And hit that like on the way out. It takes 1.5 seconds, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.